Hello, yes. This is Bali Associate. I thank you very much for your towards my videos and my lectures. Thank you for your liking. Thank you for your sharing. Thank you for supporting my channel and watching my videos. In the last class, the last video, we have seen some question and answers related to competitive exams. In this video, we completely focusing upon the particular concept is in quantitative aptitude is simple interest. So I will complete this task part by part. So this is the part one. In this part one, I am going to tell you what is the simple interest and how to calculate the simple interest and what are the basic terminology we have to learn. All these things we are going to see in this video. So now I am going to these are the concepts we are going to learn in this video. First one is basic terminology. In this video, we are going to learn the following things. First, we are going to see basic terminology, and then we are going to see the important formulas, and then we are going to do some problems. First one, under the simple interest concept, we should know three terms. The first term is called principal. Sometimes it is also called as amount. Sometimes it is also called as sum. So principal or sum or amount borrowed or amount lent out. Coming to second one called interest, and the next one is called simple interest. So what is the principal? Principal amount is the money borrowed or lent out for a certain period. ఈ ప్రిన్సిపల్ అనేది ఏంటంటే మనం ఎవరి దగ్గరైనా కొంత మనీ తీసుకున్నా లేకపోతే ఎవరికైనా మనం కొంత మనీ ఇచ్చినా కొన్ని రోజులు కానీ కొంత వ్యవధిలో దాన్ని మనం ఏమంటామంటే ప్రిన్సిపల్ అంటాం. సెకండ్ వన్ ఈజ్ కాల్డ్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్. ఇంట్రెస్ట్ అంటే మీనింగ్ ఏంటి? వాళ్ళ దగ్గర మనం తీసుకున్న అమౌంట్కి ఎక్స్ట్రాగా మనం పే చేస్తున్న అమౌంట్ని ఏమంటామంటే ఇంట్రెస్ట్ అంటాం. So the extra money paid for using others' money is called an interest. So here we have two types of interest. One is the simple interest and second one is the compound interest. Simple interest అంటే ఏంటి? ఒకవేళ మనం గనక ఈ వడ్డీ అనేది సాధారణంగా ప్రతి సంవత్సరానికి ఒకే రేట్ ఆఫ్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ తో గనక లెక్కేస్తుంటే అప్పుడు దాన్ని ఏమంటాం? సింపుల్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ అంటాం. సో సింపుల్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఈస్ if the interest on a sum borrowed for a certain period is reckoned uniformly, then it is called a simple interest. అలా కాకుండా ప్రతి సంవత్సరానికి వడ్డీ మనం తిరగకడుతుంటే దాన్ని మనం ఏమంటాము? బార్ వడ్డీ లేదా కాంపౌండ్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ అంటాం. సో ఈ సింపుల్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ లో ప్రిన్సిపల్ అమౌంట్ ప్రతి సంవత్సరం సేమే ఉంటుంది. అదే చక్కెర వడ్డీ కానీ బార్ వడ్డీ కానీ అయినట్టయితే అందులో ఒక సంవత్సరం అయిపోయిన వెంటనే ఆ వడ్డీ ప్లస్ ఆ ప్రిన్సిపల్ ఆ రెండు కలిపిన దాని మీద మళ్ళీ ఏం చేస్తాం? వడ్డీ కట్టుకుంటూ వస్తాం. సో ఇన్ దిస్ క్లాస్, ఇన్ దిస్ వీడియో, we purely based on the concept called simple interest. That means we are calculating the interest on a sum borrowed for a certain period is reckoned uniformly, then it is called as a simple interest. So I think you understood the terminology. What is the principal? It is the money borrowed or lent out for certain period. Next, interest, the extra money we are paying for using others' money. Third one, simple interest. If the interest on a sum for a certain period is reckoned uniformly, then it is called a simple interest. What are the formulas we use to calculate the simple interest? So simple interest is equal to P into T into R by 100. What is P? P is the principal amount, T is the time period, and R is the rate of interest. P is the principal, where P is equal to principal, whereas T is equal to time period, and then R is equal to rate of interest. Rate of interest. So to calculate the simple interest, then we have the formula principal into time into rate of interest divided by 100. If I want to find out the principal, if we are given with the simple interest and time and rate of interest, then the formula is 100 into simple interest divided by T into R. So these are the basic formulas we should know. Now we are going to see the few problems and we are going to find out the simple interest for those few problems. Now the problem number 1. First problem. Find the simple interest on the rupees 68,000 at the rate of interest 16.2 per annum for 9 months. So first of all, principal is given. What is the principal? Principal is equal to 68,000. And then they have given time period. What is the time period? 9 months. Generally, this time period should be in years. So now what we have to do? We have to convert months into years. How to convert? 1 year is equal to 12 months. Now, here we are given the problem, we are given with 9 months. So therefore, we have to calculate year for 9 months. If we are given with 9 months, then how many years? Let us take it is a X. Now, take this 12 into X is equal to 9. X is equal to 9 by 12. So therefore, 3 3 ja and then 3 4 ja. So therefore, 9 months is equal to how many years? 3 by 4 years. So time period should be always in years, right? Now, we have to find out, we have to consider R. What is the rate of interest value? 16 2 by 3 percentage. That is equal to 3 16 is 48. 48 plus 2 is equal to 50. 50 by 3. Rate of interest is equal to 50 by 3. Yes, we have the PMP and we have the T value and we have the R value. Then what is the formula for simple interest? Simple interest is equal to, so P into T into R divided by 100. So therefore, simple interest is equal to P. What is the principal amount? 68,000 into what is the time period? 3 by 4 into what is the rate of interest? 50 by 3. So if we consider here, yeah, simplifying 68,000 into 3 by 4 into 50 by 3 into 50 by 3. So divided by 100. So 3 1 ja 3 cancel. 51 ja 52 ja and then 4 1 ja for 17,000 and then 2 1 ja 2 8 ja 16 8,500. So therefore the simple interest I have to pay is 8,500 rupees. 8,500 rupees. So this is the amount of simple interest I have to pay for my amount 68,000. Now we are going to see the second problem. Now let us move to problem number 2. What is the problem number 2? Find the simple interest on rupees 3,000 at the rate of interest is 6.1/4 percentage per annum, and for the period is from 4th February to 18th April 2015. So we know the formula. What we have to find out simple interest. What is the formula? C simple interest is equal to P into T into R divided by 100. So here we have to identify the P. What is the P value? So here given with 3,000. What is the T? T is equal to, they have given period. So we have to convert that period into years. So here in the February we have 28 days. So out of 28, we are considering 24. From February 4th to in the month of February, we have 24 days plus in the month of March, we have 31 days, and in the month of April, they have considered April 18th. So total how many days? 24 plus 31 plus 18. That is equal to 8 1 9 13. 73 days. Now I have to convert these days into year. Per year, how many days? 365 days is equal to 1 year. Then 73 days is equal to what we have to do? 73 days is equal to how many years? Let us consider it as a x. So therefore, x is equal to 73 divided by 365. So therefore, that is equal to 1 by 5. 1 by 5 years. So therefore, we have to convert the days into years. Next, what we require? A rate of interest. What is the rate of interest? R is equal to, here they have given 6 1 by 4. 4 1 4 6 are 24 plus 1 25 by 4. Rate of interest is equal to 25 divided by 4. So there from this we got all the values. Simple interest is equal to P. What is the P value? P value is equal to 3,000. P value is equal to 3,000 into, what is the T value? 1 by 5 into 25 divided by 4 divided by 100. So I am going to simplify this calculation. So 3,000 into 1 by 5 into 25 by 4. 25 by 4 into 100. 25 by 4 divided by 100. So these two zeros cancel. 5 1 ja, 5 5 ja, okay, 4 1 ja, 4 6, 4 7, 7.5. So here 7.5. So 7.5 into 5. What is the answer? 37.50. 37.50. Therefore, the simple interest I have to pay for this 9 months period is equal to 37.50. So what are the things we have to remember here? The things we have to remember are conversion of days into years. In the previous problem, I have converted the months into year. Now I have converted the days into year. So while calculating the days, the day of deposit is exclusive, but the day of withdrawal is included. That's why I have not included the fourth here. In the 18th days, I have calculated 18 days completely. But in the month of February, fourth, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 days I have left. From 5th onwards, I have to calculate up to 28, 24 days. So this is the way how to calculate the days, how to convert the days into years. Now let us go. Let us see the third example. Example number 3 we are going to see now. A sum at simple interest at 13.5% per annum amounts to 2,502.50 paisa. After 4 years, find the sum. So here if you observe a sum at a simple interest. So we are given with, we have to identify the principal and we have to identify the time and we have to identify the R. So what is the rate of interest? 13.5. That is equal to 27 by 2. 27 by 2. What is the time period? 4 years. What is the principal? We don't know. So a sum, we don't know the sum. Let us assume that sum is equal to x. That x at the rate of interest 13.5. After 4 years, it will become 2502.50. Then find the sum. So now first of all, we have to find out the rate of interest, simple interest. Simple interest is equal to P into x into, what is the t value? 4 into 27 by 2 by 100. Therefore, I am considering it as 200. So I am calculating here. So x into 4 into 27 divided by 200. So what I have to do? 4 1 ja, 450 ja. So therefore, the interest we have to pay is 27x by 50. 27x by 50. Now, the original amount is x. For this x, what is the interest I am paying? 27x by 50. Then, by combining these two, it is becoming 2502.50. Now, so 50 LCM, 50x plus 27x, that is equal to 77x is equal to 2502.50. This will lead to 77x is equal to 77x is equal to 25025 into 5. Now x is equal to 25025 into 5 divided by 77. So we have to calculate this one, and after calculating this, we will get the value of x. So this is the way how to solve the problem. What is the problem? A sum. We don't know the sum. This sum is given at the interest 13 and half, and the time duration is 4 years. The final value is becoming 2502.50. So therefore, the value. So let us simplify this. 7 11 ja 77, 7 3 ja 21, 7 40, 7 5 ja 35, 5 2 7 7 and 5. So 3575 into 5 by 11. If we simplify, 11 3 is 33, 2 7, 22, 325 into 5. 5 5 is 25, 5 2 is 10 plus 12, 16, 25. So therefore the answer for this problem is 1625. Thank you very much for watching my video, and in the next part I will solve few more examples. Thank you for watching. Keep watching and support my channel. If you like it, please press the like button, share it and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.